That boy got the retwist for this. What?
Oh, nah, these ain't even.
Oh, this regular.
Yeah,
They did every day.
Okay.
yeah, this
I love to see it. I like to see black men grooming and taking care of themselves.
I appreciate that for real.
It's really a thing. I really like stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we representing out here, like we, you know what I mean?
Like when I get a man again, I'm doing all that.
You say a man again?
Yeah.
I thought you said mannequin. For
No.
A second. I was like, all right.
We're going to do facials and like I'm gonna just
Go
do
with
it.
it. Go with it. 8 said
They
9. We got till 9:10. Hard stop on 9:10. So we
Okay.
need to. What's up?
What made 910 hard stop?
I be cause we
Such a Pacific number.
to get time for the next show.
I guess.
Nigga had to come in here with the camos on. It's cool.
Don't put that on here. Is we recording? I was just talking shit. Don't put that on here.
Come in with the camos on. Oh, next time call me. When you talking about wearing camos, I just tell you no.
You was in my class.
That's a lie.
Right there. Alright, cool.
Dang, y'all ain't matching pillows and shit. Somebody got to laugh. if
No,
I
you want
did
this
the memo.
pillow though, so you can have camo too.
I feel like no.
Dang.
I need to be the one with the pillow. I got on no camo.
I mean,
I'm just
No,
gonna
I
say
like
no.
my all black affair. It's cool.
you want this?
Nope.
My back support for this evening. Back feeling like.
I don't know what happens between 27 and 30, but it's some incredible things that happen. And my back ain't been the same since.
My back. Something else. It's the lower back too, boy. That's where that pain be.
That's the worst one.
Yup.
It affect everything. You sit down, stand up, brush
Shoot
your
ya.
teeth, pick
But no,
some
boy,
up.
brush your teeth. Talking about hard, like
Hello.
up here doing this right
That's
here.
how I fucked up my
No,
back.
still.
Brushing my teeth.
I hurt my back. I hurt my back probably about
Man, I
this
just
might have been
asked
like-
you what to send it to.
5 years ago now, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, helping
I
my
asked you what to send it to. I ain't got that.
my wife grandma out the car.
Oh, man.
Cash,
You didn't
Zelle,
lift
all
from
that.
your knees, your
But
legs.
It was
buy
really what it
but
was. It
just
was an
buy
awkward
and then
position.
I give it to you,
It's an awkward position.
bro.
So
And it just hung up on her. That's hard.
you gonna have to apologize
He
to
is
her later
not
for
to be
that.
fucked with. No, he hung up on somebody.
Huh?
Now you just clicked on them.
It's not nice. You are right about that.
Who said that?
iPhone, and I didn't push shit. It's not nice.
That is
iPhone,
classic.
you are 1,000% right about that.
That is classic. That's not nice. I was
Mm.
not expecting that either. That's funny.
Know what type of money he dealing with? Just hang up on niggas. That's different.
He made you upset, cuz.
That's
No,
it.
not really. It's
Damn.
aggravated.
For sure. I feel you.
That's hard. I want to be like that when I grow
Don't be like that.
up. Nah, I just want to hang up on niggas. You know, no, because the moment you get above a 5 and we talking at a 2, I'm hanging up.
You said before you get to a 5 and you get to a 2. What
No,
you say?
we added
Did we
2
ever
and
get
you
a
get
mic
to a
check?
5.
No, we already did. You late.
Yeah.
You late. We did mic check.
I mean, we
He-
don't know my
he was
numbers,
on the
right?
We did mic check. I screamed.
The Don is talking right now.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
talk-
know if y'all. He's
I
giving
talk- yeah.
Don energy right now.
I
It's-
talked late. I talked loud
the
for you. Though. We already did
shades,
the mic check.
Him hanging up
Oh,
on
okay.
niggas. It's Don energy.
Yeah, he
over
hanging
here.
up.
He is not to be fucked with today.
That what you were saying?
When we speaking at a 2 and you go to a 5,
Oh, that's what it
I'm
is.
hanging up.
Oh yeah.
I can no longer participate in this conversation given the volume of your voice.
Nah, I respect
We
that.
got the countdown, or we in, or what we
I
doing?
we
feel
locked
like we
in, bro.
in.
We locked in. We're recording. We're live.
It's the pre-pod. We 2 minutes into.
We went over this for like 5 weeks, though. For real, Steve. It's you
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
It ain't just me, man. Give a little countdown or something.
No,
Nah,
no,
'cause
like we
keep-
literally
keep-
told
yeah,
you
we
everything.
tell you it's
It's
pre-production.
That shit trash.
It's
It's
the
not.
good shit. No, it's
it's not.
this would be giving us the intro clips.
This is cash money, bro. Just roll with it. We're gonna have to
Let
have
it
we're gonna have some
flow.
offline pre-production meetings to get everything. Yeah, we got to get back in order. But y'all see, we got our dog here. But we'll get in the intros at another time. But yeah. back to your
So I
story.
know why I'm doing this. Y'all ever dated a bitch that used to draw her mole on while I'm here?
Draw like a new mole?
Yeah, like I used to do beauty marks and shit. Y'all ever,
No.
ever fuck with a bitch like that?
Nah.
Maybe-
I have
I
seen.
mean,
I've,
maybe for Halloween or something right here. Or some
Halloween
some
excluded.
Indian shit.
Halloween excluded.
Oh, no.
Like this is
This
just
just
her thing.
regular.
Like she did her makeup and was like, "Ooh, beauty mark, boom."
no, I've never seen that. Now I have seen a woman when she like if she got a beauty mark, but she wear makeup,
Oh, she enhances it.
and so like you putting on the
Yeah.
makeup, the beauty mark kind of
She
dims
let
a
you
little
know
bit.
it's here, but when
She-
I take this off, it's still here.
It's still there, yeah. So I've seen that,
I feel you.
but I haven't
mean,
seen
that's
just
fair.
like I want a mole on the left cheek. You
Was
know?
y'all down with the freckle trend when bitches was doing like freckles?
Natural freckles,
I say bitches respectfully.
like they natural freckles. Are you talking about?
No, like
Oh no, I
it was
ain't
a
never
thing.
seen this. This is new to
Oh,
me.
y'all wasn't live? I want to say this was during the pandemic. Niggas was bored. But yeah, people started doing the freckle thing. Like, it was a thing. Like, you could do
Cheyenne,
airbrush.
what part of the planet were you at? I've never
This
seen
is
this.
the, like, girl side of, like, Instagram.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I've never seen this. Have you
No.
seen this?
You may
Like-
not have known, but you've definitely seen it.
Oh,
It's my, like, oh, I want to know what I look like with freckles. And, like, they was doing, like, airbrush tattoo, like, lightly putting freckles on their face. It was a weird
there's a
time.
Snapchat filter or something for that. I'm sure.
No, 1,000%. I'm more than sure that's it. The Snapchat filter more than likely came from
Oh, I got you.
yeah.
But that,
It was
okay,
like,
okay,
oh,
yeah, that
now
makes
we're gonna do the filter. No, but I just thought that was a little weird. But whatever.
Have you ever done something similar? Like just put a feature on you that you really don't have?
I mean, besides making my eyebrow a little normal on this side, no. Nah, freckles is always frowned upon, and I don't know any black people that have freckles per se. My family we have moles, but I have moles, but I like my moles and beauty marks, so I didn't think of it as anything. But big lips, my lips are full, so I like those. I just
You
like
did.
my. I do not be lazy every now and again, but it's cool.
Character. They call that character.
Yeah,
Character.
Oh, it's character for sure.
Yeah.
But no, do y'all got anything?
I was
y'all?
gonna say, have you done
Y'all
anything?
spray painting your hairlines and shit, y'all.
No, real talk. I had that happen one time. I didn't even realize my barber was doing it.
Oh,
I think I
did
told
he?
this story.
I think you did too.
Maybe, but no.
For the new ones.
No, my barber at the time, this was like, actually, he wasn't even like my full-time barber. My barber who, my
your
go-to
regular
guy,
joint.
I don't know what happened. Either he moved to a new shop or something, but like we weren't rocking. You know, it was just, sometimes you go to those rocky relationships. So I had went to a new guy for a couple of times. And bro pulled out like a marker, but it's like, it's you know how they got Beijing. But he pulled out like, it was like almost like a chapstick type thing. And went over this. And I'm like, bro, what you got going on? He was like, no, man, just to tighten your line up. And
It was
I'm
that
like,
white chalk shit.
no. I still don't understand the white chalk thing. But he did like a little with the black thing and then went and did the line. And I'm like, bro, this is going to, soon I do like this, it's coming off. I
In
don't
my,
even know
in
what
my
the point of it.
professional opinion, I think that comes from niggas that don't know how to do a lineup, so they gotta outline the shit first.
You know something? I wouldn't disagree there. I think that got
Hey,
a lot
girl.
to do. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I think that comes from people that don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, let me draw it out first, and it's like, you need to talk to your ancestors. We do this kind of goofy ass shit before then. Like, niggas was not walking around with white chalk. We are way too advanced for you to be doing white body chalk. This shit look like body chalk. I need y'all to understand. It looks like body chalk.
When did lines become a thing?
The what? The chalk line?
No.
Oh, you talking
No,
about?
you
line
lines,
up.
period.
Bro, that is a culturally ratchet question
No,
right there.
facts. Facts.
It's a time period they was just rocking it out.
They were
like,
just rocking it, bro.
Facts.
They was
Niggas was
just
brushing
rocking
that
it.
shit out and it was cool.
or not.
No, I mean, like,
Nah, I'm saying, or them just
Yeah.
oh,
that's
yeah.
what-
wake and bake.
That, I
I'm
think that's an
saying,
American thing though. Like that's or Westernized. Is that that's right? Westernized.
yeah, westernized, yeah.
Cause I mean,
When did Clippers become a thing?
well, no, that's we can probably
Nah,
look
that's,
that up.
I was gonna say that.
We
you
can probably
definitely,
fact check
yeah.
that and look that up.
Somebody got a
'Cause what-
YouTube out there in the world about
When
that.
niggas stop using the scissors? And I don't know.
I was gonna say they've been using scissors for a minute. Yeah, before clippers.
That's why I said when they stop using the scissors, when the
Oh, I
clippers
got what
become a
you're saying.
thing. Like,
All right, so
yeah,
check
let me
this
get a
out.
Caesar.
The first clippers were invented between 1850 and 1890. But the way they were the ones like they were like a hand grip. Like you see the picture right here? So they used to hit you with the they used
It
to
was
do like
scissor
this.
hands, motherfucker.
They used to do like this and do the cut.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So, okay.
That's
I
how they
see.
create. They didn't
It
have
was
a
like-
motor
it was,
in them.
Yeah, it was scissors, but instead of the two blade, it was a.
No, I
it
mean
was the
it's,
head. No, it was
the head looked just like a regular
right. That's what I'm saying. But
barber
instead of
thing.
right, I was saying it was scissors, but instead of having the two blades, it was that part of the shit. You knew what I meant.
I was trying to save you.
Shut up. You knew what I meant.
It's the regular head of the barber
Wait, with scissor
clipper.
handles.
But yeah, they just was using their hands as the motor as opposed to having like
speaking
an
the same
electric
thing.
motor.
It's okay.
I just
explained it.
simplified it for
You
you.
did. Sorry.
Cause you would get me confused.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. As a woman, I apologize.
Trying to get a Jeopardy out.
I was just saying.
But that's a long time, bro. I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was gonna be something like
That was for
Coming
the
up, yeah.
Dukes and Dukes.
Spit
Niggas
shine
wasn't
was
using
still
them.
in. Spit shine was still in.
oh no, we wouldn't.
We weren't
Black
using that.
people?
Yeah, we weren't using
Oh
that.
no, I
That's what
seriously
Dukes
doubt
will
that.
do.
Yeah, that was yeah.
The
18
Vanderbilts.
1850.
The
Yeah.
Rochesters of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them.
Yeah.
The
They.
Himothy's of that
The
time.
Himothy.
Fuck it, let's get into it. The Illuminati.
Let's go.
That's who's using that shit.
You
Oh,
know
man.
they.
During their
They.
little powwow sessions.
Yeah.
Or as the black, the Bouye.
One of them folk.
The Bilderbergs. I heard
Yeah.
you get shot for shouting all these names. So, welcome to the No Buffer Podcast.
There you go. I was like, you called them out. You called them out by
I heard you
yourself.
get shot for saying all these names. So, we're going
I ain't
You
got that much money to make no
You
change.
don't call
so
out
we
all
alright.
of them.
welcome to the No Buffer Podcast.
I'm your host, Last Day Good, and to my right, I got the lovely.
Cheyenne XO, and then to my right, I have the ever so dependent.
Lingo Steve-O Thoreau. You know what I mean?
Oh
You say
shit!
Steve-O Thoreau?
My nigga came through with his own adjective.
Got philosopher. I'm a philosopher out here, man. You
Oh
know what I mean?
my God.
that boy went to college. He's a collegiate motherfucker.
Boy, I was not expecting
Me
that
either.
one.
Damn, I was hoping he was gonna let me get by on that one adjective, and then he
Oh,
kept
man.
going.
That's just one of my aliases.
For sure, for sure.
Next to me, I got my man's
Abib Jalil. What's going on? Man?
the
Yeah.
great Jalil. Straight ahead, we got Big Joe.
Big Joe.
in the building.
And all right,
He-
Herb.
Yo. He ain't been on the mic in a while. Look, you know how to
He
feel.
confused
He
you.
don't even know how to come in no more.
He has no clue.
Yeah, he don't know how to come in. It's all
And
good.
we got D in the back somewhere back there. She up back there.
Yeah,
politicking.
shout out to D, man. I really did miss her. I had to hear her up. I was like, hey, yo, where you been at? Like, I miss you. Miss you,
Popping
miss you.
bottles back there.
It
Damn,
sounded
what's-
like
I
it.
know
A
what's
bottle
Popping
of
bottles.
Jace.
We pop in bottles.
Bottle of
Hey,
Jace.
Popping bottles.
Hey.
Oh, let me get on this table.
Start with straight shots and then pop
Ooh,
bottles.
pour it on the models. Shut up, bitch. Swallow.
Ooh.
That was disrespectful.
It was disrespectful.
That era was ugly.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
disgusting.
Nah,
That
it
was
was crazy.
very
Niggas was
bad.
Niggas-
teabagging and all kind of shit. That era was ugly.
I ain't gonna hold you. That song is hard.
Teabag that hoe.
Come on.
Hello.
What other song on earth you gonna get a song that's
Hello.
well known talking about T-Bad that hoe? It was low production at its
Yeah,
finest.
it was
but
definitely flagrant. for
Hello.
It was great. Shut up. It was a great song.
Yeah,
It was for the culture,
That was a
for
wild
sure.
time.
That was a nasty era.
That was before censorship.
That was a nasty era.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
Niggas
That
was swiping credit cards down, but just cracks and
Come
shit.
on,
It was
man.
a nasty era.
was a fact.
Yeah,
In big jeans.
BET Uncut.
And
Yeah,
big
BT
t-shirts.
Uncut era.
Y'all don't know, man. Come on, bro.
Fact.
Y'all don't know nothing about BET Uncut, bro.
Come on.
Can
now.
That was
kids
before
can
y'all
go
time.
straight to the porn sites now. It don't even matter.
Girl.
Nah, that was crazy.
The kids
That
can go
was
straight to the
crazy.
porn
You know,
sites.
Yeah,
now.
they don't even
Yeah,
know.
that was a crazy.
That was a thing. Like, yeah, we like, oh shit.
You
he
right
did
though.
what?
Like you wait around for that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
I wait up late at night for that one.
yeah, that was like 3. I think 2 or 3. It used to come out like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Got to be up
Yeah.
in school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonder why you sleepy.
Yeah,
Tell me
that
what
was
that
flipping back and forth
thing
between them and
smell.
Cartoon Network.
I'm trying to get freaky tonight.
Yeah.
Girl, tell me what that thing.
Yeah, that was grown
smell like.
folks out there.
Yeah.
That's wild.
No, I'm saying that was
That's
a
a
song,
wild
bro. That was like
song.
a real song.
That's
The whole
wild.
video and everything. Talking about the song, the video came. I remember the video came on like this. Girls were in the line trying to get into the club, and they were walking by the bouncer like this, and he was smelling what that thing.
Yo, that's
This is horrible, bro. I don't know how they got away
the
with
Me
this.
Too movement.
I don't
would
even
never
care that
happen.
like
that
it
was-
came on
Oh
at 2
my
o'clock.
god, that was a disgusting.
How did you
era.
get away with that
Yeah.
video, bro?
It's not how. It's just the time.
That's
It ain't no how. It's like
Some stuff you kind of like, fair. Y'all were tripping.
that shit was wild.
Nah,
I,
they
I
was- they
always
was
felt that way
bugging.
about
Yeah.
Quaaludes.
For sure.
That was a wild era.
Yeah, they were tripping.
Niggas out here popping Quaaludes like TikTok.
Who first started pushing the limits in the hip hop era when it comes to sexuality? And
What you think, Bill?
I mean, that's a good question.
True
Honestly, you know, it's probably either Salt and Pepper or TLC. I'll probably say TLC.
TLC.
Which Creep?
Nah, even before that, because on the first one
Oh,
she
you
had
talking
a
about the
she had a
condom and
condom.
all
in
that?
her-
Left
Oh
Eye?
yeah, you're right.
See, okay,
I'm trying to think of the name
I
of the
got-
song, but I know what you're talking about.
I like that. I think that's commercial.
She had a condom
Yeah.
in her
Yeah,
ass.
Left
She
Eye.
did in the video.
Left Eye, like
That
so
was
a
her
wild
whole thing.
girl.
Yeah, that was wild.
But
Yeah.
the whole theme of it, or at least their spin on it, was promoting safe sex.
Safe sex, yeah.
Right.
So that's why I say like that
But
was
why the
commercial.
condom in her though?
Cause
It was like
it
the,
was like
the lenses of
like,
the glasses.
Yeah. The lens was supposed. The
correct.
condom was supposed to be the lens.
It was in the package though. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
No, it wasn't like the condom was just out like over the
Right.
lens and
Yeah,
shit. No, it was
yeah.
like
it was one of them color condoms though, so you know like they weren't good. So,
Nah, hold up. Two Live Crew, my bad.
that's why I was going. I'm
Yeah,
saying what
okay,
you
okay.
say
I
I was gonna
TLC.
go Luke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luke and Live Crew.
Yeah,
Uncle Luke.
for
I'm
sure.
saying that TLC commercial wise, like I get that. That's on some, you know,
Mainstream.
palatable for everybody.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But Two Live Crew, Luke and all them, they were just,
Made pussy a thing.
yeah, they busting it wide open, bro. Like,
Hey, that should be named the show.
you know what I'm saying,
Hey,
it was
pussy
just
a thing.
they were wide open with it.
Then here come Trick Daddy.
I mean, that whole South Florida,
They're nasty.
yeah, they're just different, dog.
They're from Florida.
Yeah.
They're from Florida.
I mean, that whole early '90s Freaknik era. You know what
no,
I'm saying?
that's true. Yeah,
Like it was getting
it
loose.
was given we just fucking.
Right.
That was a very we just fucking era.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I around?
But then niggas be talking about, oh, where the relationships? Like, your parents went to Freaknik.
Yeah.
Like, I hate
That's
the
a
phrase.
good
I
point.
really do hate the phrase, this generation of kids.
Mm.
That bothers me to my core.
until you hit like 35, 40, and then you gonna start saying it.
No,
Just
I,
natural.
no. I say it, but I say it with the sense that it's not the kids, it's the parenting. And people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
So what I'm
yeah.
saying is people, the adults that are commenting, oh, these kids are lacking the accountability of it's your ass.
I mean,
It's
I
you and
agree.
your peers.
I agree with some of that. I think a lot of it too have to do with it was an era where parents raised their children, and now you're dealing with the era where the grandparents raise the children. And the only difference between that and now is that the grandparents are younger. So you had like an era where your mom and dad might have raised you, but or just looking at your grandparents, your grandma probably raised your mom. Then after that, you have that era of like, well, grandma raising her grandkids, but now grandma raising grandkids now, but grandma is like 40, and the kids are 10.
So
and 12.
But that's speaking more volume to who's having the babies. Because if that's the case, none of these niggas should have been having kids.
Oh,
But
They
I
were just
also-
fortunate enough where their grandparents was able to raise them.
I also
Long
think
ago.
too, like, regardless of how you raise them, you know, every kid is gonna want to rebel against whatever the last generation did.
That's
right.
You know what I'm saying? So even you could have did everything right, kept them, you know, on a certain path, and they're gonna look at your generation and say, okay, y'all did this, y'all did cancel culture, we're gonna do the complete opposite. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's just, it just comes a time you're a kid. It's like I want to do my own thing. You
that's
know?
true.
Yeah.
It's a natural evolution.
I did
man.
read a phrase that was like, whatever your generation doesn't appreciate, or whatever your generation tolerates, our generation appreciates. And I thought that was a very interesting phrase.
Fam, I posted something earlier. Somebody sent me. Hold on, what it said. Talking about dang, did I lose it? It was like the lady said her kid came up to her and said, tradition is just people from the grave being bullies. And I was like, bro,
Oh, I did read that before. Yeah,
that is like
his blunt.
that's a his blood moment when you really think about it, like
Yeah.
people from and don't get me wrong, I think some traditions are great, but there are some things that your grandma told you.
I think you should question every tradition.
like the whole sweeping your foot with the broom, bad luck, all of this
But
stuff.
you-
That's hoodoo.
That's who?
That's hoodoo.
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 I don't. What is that?
Hoodoo. So hoodoo is like, it's like kind of like the Gullah Geechee southern form of like voodoo. Like you know how voodoo is in more like New Orleans, Haiti.
Yeah.
So hoodoo is more like a hodgepodge of like different African retentions. It's not really about like praying to anybody or nothing, but it's like it's kind of like the science. In Jamaica, we have something called obia, it's similar to that. But that's what I was gonna say. My point with that was, I agree. In the paradigm that we living in now, in this kind of Western dominated kind of world, you do have to question all the traditions and if they even apply to our culture. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of the stuff that we do, we don't really understand it, and that's why for us it's like we quick to kind of get rid of it. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion.
No, bro. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about some of these religions. Santorini. Or Santeria, I mean.
Yeah.
What's that about? I heard there's like, I heard of Ifa. I heard there's like the Cuban
You got to
Ifa.
defer to him. He is the
Yeah, he's the
explorer.
culture. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
Ifa is what the Yoruba did, right? That's their practices or
I'm
whatever.
saying it wrong.
Yeah, no, you're not saying it wrong at all.
Oh.
But when of course, when we was taken from over there to
Right.
Cuba and a couple of other different places, that's when it kind of synced up with Catholicism, and then it became Santeria.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's very, very similar to Ifa, but it's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Because I looked up both of them, they got pretty much the same definition, almost coming from the same place type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everybody know they do both of them are like wicked.
Sicko mode.
Everybody know they do Ifa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the most upstanding, you know. Not to downplay the drug dealers and shit like that, but these niggas be scammers and
Yeah, nah, for sure.
murderers and
For sure.
worshiping ghouls and
Yeah.
Ghouls and goblins.
So, Steve, I don't know a lot about both of those, right? I have to do some research on them, but I'll say that the same thing can be said about Christianity too, though.
that shit, they butchering niggas.
No, but what I'm saying is that I'm making a parallel because I mean I'm a Christian, but I'm saying I'm making the parallel is people use religion to manipulate and do all of those things to people. So
These
it's kind of
effects.
like, I mean, we've seen people who are claiming to be holier than thou and
touching little boys.
you know what I'm saying, touching little boys or like having sex with everybody in the
Shit gets
church.
deeper.
You know what I'm saying? But like that's
Facts.
the reality, right? Like
Yeah.
people utilize what they think people are gonna gravitate, like love, and I mean basically people love to idolize pastors, preachers, whatever, priests, and they take advantage of that. So you know what I'm saying? So it's wicked all around at the end of the day. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't speak for those.
It's
And
really like an
then
authoritative.
from what I heard about the Santeria, they say it mostly like some cartel shit. People with the cartel and
Yeah, a lot of those people are attracted to it. But that's probably why there's an association with evil too. You know what I mean? And I'll give you an example. So in Jamaica, obi is outlawed to this day.
for real.
But the reason it's outlawed is because it was used by the Maroons and the people that was fighting back against the colonialists. So of course, anything that's looked at as a weapon,
Yeah.
they're gonna try to get rid of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, yo, niggas is, and I use that word like on purpose. Like niggas have always been clever, have always been shifty, has always outsmarted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People, like, that's the thing. I don't think we should shy away from a lot of that stuff when they say, black people be scamming. Or really, what they saying is we outsmart people. Cause you can't get scammed unless somebody outsmart you. You feel what I'm saying?
Look at Bernie Madoff.
Well, we all been outsmarted at some
Right.
point.
You know what I mean?
Billions of dollars.
Yeah, I don't definitely been
Yeah.
outsmarted a couple of times.
That's a fact.
for good money.
Well, that's why I said question all your
Big
tradition.
paper.
Question. I think you should question every tradition.
Yeah.
It was funny. I had this conversation with someone the other day about, long story less long, about knowing your history. Because the question was like, should we as Black people really learn our history? Like, this is somebody that feels like, Black people don't need to know. They not don't need to know, but we shouldn't always travel down that rabbit hole. And I'm like, but that it's all about where you start. And I
Yeah.
feel like as long as you have questions, if you don't start with just Black people as a whole, at least start within your family. Your family will tell you a lot, and I feel like
For real.
that's more important than any general Black history lesson that you could ever learn.
I think we need to know everybody's history though.
1,000%.
The best thing I ever did was from me and myself with white people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You dig what I'm saying?
that's a fact.
I mean, they did the same way. I always get that hesitancy when it comes to Black history, because
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, I don't need to know about that." Like, why we in
You
the
know why?
past? And
Because
it's like,
most of the time they don't realize they reading Black history. You feel what I'm saying?
right,
Like when you
Facts.
look at a lot of European history, it's going to lead back to Black people, right?
Right.
If you look at American history, there's no way you can read American history and not read Black people, right?
right,
Like, is it literally an essential ingredient? You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like even down to like Coca-Cola. Cola is from the cola nut, which is a West African thing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, even if you look at the most American thing,
right.
coffee, like
Right.
coffee comes from Africa.
Yeah.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So it always kind of leads back to that.
Yeah.
But I think also too, like, not for nothing, like when they talk about women gossiping, for instance, we look at that like it's a negative thing. Like Black women love to gossip, right? You don't even realize that Black women were the ones that was inside of the house. They was the ones gathering the information from the master. They was the one poisoning master. They was the one. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't even think in your brain, at least for me, like I'm not even looking at it like that.
Right.
You just look at it as like, oh no, that's just like negative. and
Exactly.
blah, blah, blah.
So if we
But,
knew that
but again, like you said, like if you learn about your people, like I was asking, I was like, do you have a family historian? I feel like every family has that one person, even if they don't call them the historian, like they know everybody's birthday, they know how everybody's connected the dots.
Yeah.
Like they usually just sit back, they quiet, but they know how everybody is. I was like, do you have a family historian? And it was like, yeah. I'm like, well, you should start there. Like, you don't even got to start with just Black people. Like,
Right.
just start with your family.
Start
like,
with your
that
family.
should be more intriguing than anything, because you can find out where they from, where they came from, what language they used to speak, like all
Right.
of these things. But yeah, to your point, I do think you should question our tradition and then know more about your people.
yeah.
I was on a journey like that a couple of years ago, and I kind of fell off. But so I did like the 23andMe, finding out where I came from and all of that. And one thing that kind of struck a chord with me was that being a Black person in America, for the most part, I did Ancestry, and I'm going through, and I'm like, all right, cool. I found out my great granddad and all of this, but it always ends, right? Like it ends, like for me, it ended in North Carolina. I can't find anything past North Carolina. Now I know that I'm mostly Nigerian, right? So like West African, but I don't know. There's a huge gap,
Right.
literally, like
Between
Nigeria,
that and
North
you.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that gap, and the reason why is because how we were brought here. But it's just amazing to me when I talk to some of my white counterparts. They can tell me, oh yeah, my great granddaddy is from Ireland,
Yeah.
and like they have that information
Yeah.
because like it's all there. But for us, yeah, bro, like we were brought
gotta
in,
go
we were brought
find
in
some
through
information.
Davidson, North Carolina. But like
Right.
that's all I got for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that was, it kind of struck a chord with me because like, damn, like how do, and I've even went on the journey of talking to some of my oldest family members and just trying to get information, and they can give me
But
as
so
far as
much,
they can
yeah.
go, but it's still limited because they only have the stories of maybe they granddaddy or grandma, maybe a great grand.
And that's it.
But that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that. Though, just trying to do that deep dive and get as much history of family
Told you
history as possible.
I read a book that the beginning was like, this is dedicated to anybody that can go back and just trace their lineage. Like, it was more so. It was really a fuck you, but how they worded it was like, yeah. I mean, if you can go back and trace your lineage, then kudos, like, fuck you, basically. 'Cause
Right.
we can't do that type.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't Black Like Me. It wasn't so long. I gotta figure out what book it was, but yeah, it was basically like you have the advantage to know your history. Not even just with asking, but like you can go and look up people and be like, oh yeah, like all right, this makes sense. Like whereas we don't have that advantage.
Let me ask you a question. Why does it matter to y'all?
For me, I like to know. I'm just a sponge of knowledge. I really just like to know shit.
Yeah.
But there are certain traits that I see within my immediate family and extended that I'm like, there's no way, like, this is, because some shit I just be like, this don't even make sense for what's happening right now. Like, this has to come from somebody else. Yeah. So a lot of that just comes from, just me wanting to know, and then, being curious, but then B, I'm like, no, I really would like to know where, like, where I came from.
What about you, Good?
At the time when I was doing the search for it, man, I was just really big on family history. Just the realization that my grandparents were getting older, my dad was like sick, so I was just more so like, man, dang, I'm trying to really figure out who my family is. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, for me, the majority of my family, both sides lived in Macon, like the majority of my family.
That's crazy.
But so I was able to. I'm still able to communicate and talk to some people. But I went and think I was like, dang, how like everybody from Macon? Didn't nobody move away? You know what I'm saying? And that was just a whole nother layer of just trying to figure out like why did everybody kind of just
Stay there.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have some family in Detroit. I have some family in New York, but the majority of all my family stayed in Macon or surrounding in that area, you know, and that was always weird to me. Just like, man, nobody kind of like moved around.
To that point, like, my dad is from New Orleans, my mom is from Rhode Island.
Wow.
So like, these motherfuckers when you're supposed to like, it's
like
just random as fuck.
That's interesting.
And then they met on Highway 85 in Riverdale. So it was like, how, so it's like I have family that I'm like, I want to, see how y'all got to that place because they moved to Rhode Island from Mobile. So it wasn't like they were just born and raised, there. But yeah, so I'm always like, oh, how do these dots, kind of connect with each other? So.
And then Mobile is already close to New Orleans.
Right.
Which is
right,
crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to find out, like, I have a grandmother that, like, was in Africa Town and, like, helping them kind of do that ordeal. So that was cool. Like, I don't know. So I just was really curious. Like, my family is black as fuck. Like, Creole, all that shit. Like, they are really enriched in that heritage. And I was like, I have to know more about it. Cause
Have you ever
cool.
Have you ever heard somebody speak the language?
I have not. I have not. They were all very elderly or past by the time I was old enough to kind of recognize, like, who they were in my life. Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah. I mean, really and truly, for me, it's just kind of it's the utility, right? I think we throw away a lot of our cultural technology, so to speak.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stuff and we don't even realize it. Whether it's braiding hair, the way that we cook food, the way we clean. You know what I'm saying? Like even rhythm is math. You know what I mean?
Yo, did y'all see that clip I sent y'all when the nigga said guilty feet have no rhythm? So I'm never gonna dance again. In the song, he was like, guilty feet have got no rhythm.
You said that to the
so
group
I'm
chat?
never gonna dance again. Because it was a joke like, oh, y'all wonder why white people don't have no rhythm. And that was the phrase.
Bro, I would tell you, it's always funny.
Why don't they have rhythm, bro?
Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm.
I always wondered that, bro, because I've even seen like the blackest of people that don't have no rhythm still have rhythm. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like I know every black person I know can't dance, right? That's the reality. But they still know they have some type of like you can't dance, but you can rap your ass off. You know what I'm saying? So you got rhythm in you, but you just can't like move your feet some type of way. But I don't know. It's something about when you turn on music with white people, bro. They hear something else.
They what? Oh,
What
was
are
it,
they
what we
listening
hear
to?
when they was like, "Are they going to metronome?"
No, they ain't going on up. They,
But like they be off it, like they just.
I don't know what they hearing, bro. It is. You know what? No, I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. For real, for real. We moved to drum.
Right.
I think they moved.
But even
to,
if a
to
hi
like,
hat was playing,
hi hat is drum.
I mean, true, but I mean, like,
They moving
You're
to
right.
they moving to the guitar.
Right.
So whatever that guitar
whatever
or
the
piano
guitars are,
note
yeah,
is,
yeah.
they
I'm
doing.
thinking about bass when you said.
Yeah, they doing that. But we moving to that drum, and that drum got that the kick and
the
the snare.
kick and the, yeah, you
So
right.
that's always-
You're right.
And they doing like and they doing
I
this-
was gonna say something really dark. And I'm
That
not
needs to be
going
like a
to.
TV
I'm not
show or
going
something.
to.
Like, why they don't have rhythm, bro?
Because when you
Somebody
find
should
a
do a
white person
study
that got
about
real rhythm, boy, it's like it's shocking. It's almost like you're drawn to it.
You are.
I'm
'cause
locked
how the
in,
fuck
like,
did
fam,
you get
killing
here?
it.
Yeah. Damn, you doing something they can't do at all.
We got rhythm because we real good at math. It's really that simple. Because if you look at white people that can't dance, what they do, they count.
They what?
They count.
They count.
5, 6, 7, 8.
So rhythm is like counting without having to like with
So
feeling.
white people invented the count.
Yeah, they just they count.
Is that why Dracula is the count?
What is
Damn.
Cheyenne is smoking rapper weed. You hear me? Cheyenne is smoking rapper weed.
That's it. Get the pot thickest.
I'm not gonna lie, you had me in the first.
I don't know what she was
I
on.
was
Just
like-
did. She said, so the
pot-
count.
Think about it. Think about how Sesame
So you
Street
saying
was
we're
created.
naturally counting and they aren't?
Yeah, because we don't have to think about it. We just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't count bars. You just.
I'm
feel
not gonna hold
bars.
you. I was listening to Fela Kuti the other day, and I haven't listened to this particular record in like 3 years. And the moment I heard, I was like, this shit is hard. Again, I was like, yeah, I get it, cause even when he switched up, you catch it.
You catch it.
Like he switched up in the song at least like. There's at least 3 different songs in this one song. This song is at least 20 minutes of praise and worship.
Like as a,
So white people aren't good at math?
I'm not gonna say they not good at math, but I'm gonna say we're naturally good at math. Like when I learned as an MC, when I learned 16 bars for a verse, 8 bars for a hook, I probably only counted like the first couple times. You see what I'm saying? Every
got
time I
it.
write a
Innate
verse,
feeling.
16 every time, 8 bars every
We
time.
are innately
Like
elite.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I know that from doing music. It's like you just feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when I'm pretty sure you make a beat, you already know 16 bars here, 8 bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I took music, lessons, if that makes sense. Like growing up, I took piano lessons. I played drums in elementary school, but I didn't need that to learn how to stay on beat.
Right.
That was just.
You just
Like
on it.
for shit.
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's you hear the kick and the snap,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like it's just
That's
music
it.
come on
yeah.
and up
I know
from
when- I know when
little,
the bridge
right?
coming up.
right,
Yeah.
I know when
right.
the bridge is coming.
You
yeah.
just feel it.
My kids 3 and 5, bro. Like they know rhythm already. Like they hear it, and so that makes a lot of sense. What you say, I never thought about it that way.
And going back to what he said about like EFI is just math. Because when they do divination, like 256 different.
I don't know what you're talking about. Right?
it's just all math. You get what I mean? Like it's not like when they do a divination, they not like. It's not like a medium and they're a psychic. It's like they throwing the shells out and they drawing symbols and it's only a certain amount of possibilities. You get what I mean? So it's just it's
I
all
get
math.
what you. I get what I'm. Yeah, it's like probability.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
the thing
it's
in math.
exactly
like
right.
literally, like
it's like rolling dice.
if I
When
do,
they doing what though?
When they do a
literally they're doing
divination.
probability.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that's why.
Like pi, like 3.14.
Like if you
Like
come
if
to,
I have a die, what's the chance of me getting yellow? And
Oh
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
how many times
Pythagorean
you roll
theorem.
it? How,
A squared
yeah.
plus B squared
why you
equals
think
C
black
squared.
people so good at rolling dice?
Because niggas need money. Fuck.
Bills
I'm
need to
saying.
be paid, son.
I'm just saying.
Nah, but yeah.
If you look at all the shit we do, it's all math. Like all of it, dominoes, dice, like
Spades.
spades.
Niggas counting cards is always nuts to me because I be fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't count cards. I'm not gonna lie to you. A
Well,
little bit, a little
I
bit.
know a little bit.
Yeah, a little
I
bit.
can a little
Count
bit count
cards,
cards,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but don't count on me to count the cards. I'm counting on you, nigga.
Right. Nah, for sure.
No, I can count it.
Alright, Shrek.
Yeah, it's levels. But I'm saying, but honestly, I count cards, not even thinking. You know, it's like you said.
Innately, it comes.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about it.
Brother.
I'm just remembering what's putting down. I was like, all right, boom, 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 boom. Okay, well,
Right.
whoop, whoop.
I could do it. I can't do it in person. If I'm playing online, I could do it. That's like, I know this nigga about to
We're
cut.
talking about playing spades online.
I'm playing space. I do. I play space online.
So
Obviously, I don't have many friends.
What rule set y'all use?
I think it's called.
Are we really doing this?
No, I mean, you know, Joker, deuce, what, you know.
I'm sure they don't have that on online space.
No, they do.
They got
They
Joker,
do?
Joker, Deuce,
You
Deuce
could
on
change
online?
the settings.
That's
Like you
crazy.
could tell them like
Oh, wow.
how you want to play.
Nah, that's dope. That's fine.
Playing against the computer, I don't nobody renege, do they? That
No,
never happens.
it's not. It's not. It's actual people that come and
Oh,
play
okay.
too. Yeah, it's an app. Like
Got you,
people
got you,
that,
got you,
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah. You could pick your table and like all that shit.
No respect.
Yeah,
Respect.
yeah.
are we good at throwing dice though?
I don't know. That's a whole, you know.
Because I mean, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose.
That's true.
What are the odds in dice?
What? I don't know.
Yeah, I, don't know. I couldn't tell you.
What?
Is it a 50-50?
I have no clue.
I don't know, bro. Some niggas get
What's
lucky,
the
some don't,
probability
man.
of me winning?
But I'm saying
space?
if
I
we
don't
want
even
to,
know.
if we want to get in the math, there are odds.
No, there's
in
odds.
dice.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
definitely odds,
For
bro.
sure. Like,
I mean,
especially
it-
in New York, like, dice was, that was what it was. You know what I mean? Everybody's playing dice. So,
Oh yeah. For the I was gonna say for the people that don't know, you go ahead and spill the beans about yourself. You already.
oh, yeah.
I mean, he the reason why we're on this whole cultural conversation right
Yeah,
now. Like,
right.
we ain't had hardly
Right.
no ratchet this evening.
Nah.
But that's cool, though. I think we need that.
We need
Because
that.
it was natural. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
It was
sure.
definitely
No,
natural.
I just want I want the people to know who this man is.
Oh, go,
1,000%.
Abib Jalil?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Abib Jalil, filmmaker, writer, director, day job, IT system
Rapper, I don't know
admin,
why he keep leaving
You know
that
what I'm
Right,
saying?
he
MC.
really keep leaving that shit out. It is really
Hey,
irritating.
I always
Pan-Africanist, you know.
want to know this.
Mm.
Why don't you claim rapping more?
Because I'm not trying to be a rapper right now. You see what I'm saying? Like,
But I'm
I'm gonna leak
saying,
his album.
I mean,
I'm trying to tell
I put
you.
it like this, right? I put it like this.
because ever since I know you, I don't mean to cut you. I
No, no,
do,
go ahead,
but
go
I
ahead.
don't.
No, this is 1,000%.
Now, he means to cut you off.
Yeah, I do, but I don't.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
Ever since I know you,
All
Yeah.
due respect.
you've been like kind of fade the back to rapping. Like you don't rep that shit like that, but you're a hell of a rapper.
Appreciate you, man.
So why is that?
Because I'm not going on tour. I mean, it's as simple as that. Like, I'm just not trying to be a rapper. Like, that shit is not for me.
That's just something that you do.
I'm not
You
trying
just
to.
know how to do it.
I'm not trying to do the job of being a rapper. I love rapping. I love being an MC. I'm forever gonna be an MC. I'm not doing no shows. I'm not out here doing no press release.
Yeah.
I'm not doing none of that
That's
shit.
not your job.
Like, it's just not. I'm not doing.
You
It's
just
not.
know how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a nigga that know how to
That
make
shit
space.
is. That shit is grueling, man.
To be honest with you, though, I think I respect what you said, but in 2023, there's room for. I think people are scared to do that jump, but there's room for. I'm just
Oh yeah, for sure.
a rapper.
Absolutely.
I'm not. I'm not
You don't
trying to.
have to do the
Yeah,
extra.
you don't have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go out on the road.
There's
and
room
do
for you
all
to
of those
just be
things.
an artist without
Yeah.
the artistry part of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
for
what,
sure.
what do you think is grueling about being quotation marks a rapper? Cause like
It's
you don't have to wear the chains and shit like that. From,
Yeah, for sure.
From where you coming from?
But it's hard work. It's a job, especially being around Paid in America when we was doing the winning team thing. Like, it's a lot of work. You know what I mean? Just from booking the venue, making sure everybody show up on time, making sure everybody on the set is going on when they supposed to. You supposed to get up there and go in there and perform and do that. Then you gotta unpack all of that, pack it up, go to the hotel, and then do it the next
And
morning or
decompress,
do
yeah.
it the next day. You know what I mean? Like that. Being on the road every other day, like that shit it's a lot.
Like
You
a
know.
constant creative
Yeah.
process. Yeah.
And I got a son, so it's kind of like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I'd rather be with my son. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it's a job. I mean, and it's it is a job. I think if you're going the traditional route, it's a real job.
Yeah.
I think moving forward, and people are not really ready for that move because people are trying to be Drake. People are trying to be, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
But I think if you change your approach to it, And this is not for you. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in
for sure,
general.
for sure.
If you change your approach, there are different ways to be a rapper, right? Like you don't have to go the same route as everybody else and try to be that quote unquote superstar. There's honestly, I think that's what's happening. The industry is about to revert back to
I'm going
to
under an
independent.
alias. I'm putting out 2 albums on
That'd
SoundCloud,
be dope.
and you will never know that I did it.
Man, that's
That'd be
I'm
fire.
never going on tour. My tour is gonna be virtual as fuck. You never go. It's gonna be
Hey.
like Daft Punk.
you can do it. You can do it. It's just like 3000 got this quote that he said a while ago. I actually put it on the first album that I ever put out like years ago. But the quote was like, that's why he loved producers because they can create
Yo,
and walk around and
Yeah.
don't nobody know who they are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's changing now because like everybody
All
is.
if you want to be that,
influencer.
but yeah.
But for the most part, you got, if you just we're not talking about us because we music heads, we all in the credits. But to the average consumer, dog, they don't know who produced not one Kendrick song.
Right.
They don't know who produced one Eminem song. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like
for
they
Or
don't.
who even wrote it?
They
for
don't
that
know
matter.
that. They
Yeah.
just
Sure.
listening to the music, and so
Yeah.
like the producer and songwriter for that matter can be ghosts and still live in that world and be creative. Where the artist has to be front and center and be the face
avatar
of the
for
business.
that,
Yeah, the
yeah.
avatar. Yeah.
that's why I like filmmaking so much because filmmaking is like that. You know, you can kind of conceptualize a whole project, film it, put
Yeah.
it
And
together,
nobody know.
put that shit out, and just you know what I'm saying, go about your
Right.
business.
I like anything in the background. I think there's a really lost art in being in the background
Yeah.
that I think people should embrace more.
It's hard now, man.
I know it's hard,
wish,
but
I wish people would embrace it.
I say this because I always said if I was gonna do anything in music, I would always be a producer or a songwriter because you ain't got to do a bunch of shit. You can just be and write and move about the world without nobody knowing you. But
Yeah.
there's really a lot. I mean, even with filmmaking and directing and
Mhm.
executive producing and small shit like what's the word I'm looking for, like costume designers and
Right,
shit,
right,
like
right.
them niggas make
Yeah.
shit happen.
Yeah.
Like they make trends and you will never know where that shit came from.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't be giving a fuck to know about it. Them niggas be in a t-shirt and Wrangler jeans. You would
Right.
never know.
Nah.
I think that's the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah, and I think a lot of rappers get exploited too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got to really work hard to get paid. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's changing now, but it's
Yeah.
you know.
I think because it's a fame game more than anything, man. It's a fame
1000%.
game, and it's a people are too hungry, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like they're so hungry to the point to where they don't even pay attention to the deal.
Right.
Like you got people, somebody offering you 5 stacks, and you like, let's go. And I'm like, bro, you can work a regular job and make that 5.
Right.
Facts.
Like really, you can work a regular job and make that 5 with no effort.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
go to work for a couple of months and make the same amount of money that somebody's gonna give you up front that's not gonna change your life at all.
Yeah.
They're actually gonna take from you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I feel like if you're an artist, like if you're not in it for the money, because if you in it for the money, then you should do it for the money. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you should know the business.
right.
You know,
right.
know how your deals are being structured and put together. If you coming in it like for the art, I feel like you should already kind of have a foundation as far as the money that you're making,
Yeah.
that type of shit. Because then you can do it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can
Right.
wake up in the morning and just make
Just
a song
be,
just
right.
cause. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
And if it pop, if it pops. If it don't, it don't. But most people are not really good at business. Want to do it for the art, and that's why they end up taking those kind of deals. You know, so
Because they
good
see
point.
they see that money, that little bit of money.
A little bit of cheese.
Lord have mercy.
yeah, I'm good on that. I respect every artist that's out here hustling, doing their thing. You know, really figuring this out and changing, you know, the culture. But you know, I realized early it just ain't for me.
That's
for
fair.
sure,
Yeah. Right on, brother.
Word.
yeah. Right on.
But I still, you know, people call me for a verse all the time. Like I did the Alan Thomas joint. I want to say, what was that, like a year back, something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. It's this producer from out of Athens.
No, you hard, bro. Like
Appreciate it.
you
Still
up
gonna,
there.
Still gonna leak that album.
I'm
one
trying
day.
to tell you.
Yeah, I've been actually thinking about that. Funny enough. when you
Yeah, I
said
got
it.
like it's on the drive. I gotta check. Definitely got it on one of the drives though.
Let's cook up something.
Word,
We can do a little speakeasy,
word,
a little prohibition.
word. Like I'm down, man. I'm just not, you know. touring.
I feel you. No touring.
Like, you gotta bring the people to you, though.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Bring
Word.
people to you. So, Bill, I wanted to talk to you about something specific.
Mhm.
Because I know we got into the music and film and, you know, all of that, that's cool. Me personally, I want to talk to you about fatherhood.
Mm.
And specifically fatherhood after losing a parent. I don't want to get too somber.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool.
It's just like, because there's some that, you know, I'm dealing with it too. So
Absolutely.
just, I want to know, like, what is your like, does life change for you after that? Like, how you view fatherhood after that point?
You mean after losing my mom?
After losing your mom, yeah.
Yeah, it became a much deeper responsibility. It became like a celestial task. Like the ancestors have made sure that like this, my son is my task.
Gotcha.
You get what I mean? I think I definitely kind of dived deeper into my spirituality after my mom passed. You know, that's why I don't feel like she gone. For me, like my understanding, she's still here. Like I still see my mom. I gotta sleep. She in my dreams. That kind of thing. So you know, I don't know. Like my son is the embodiment of my mom. Same spirit, like same person. It's crazy. So I don't know. I'm still kind of developing that and going through that and experiencing that.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily have a clear answer, but it definitely became much more of a spiritual thing for me, for sure.
Nah, I respect that. I definitely, I had one of those moments today where I was working on, because I'm starting to get back into producing. I'm getting back into making beats. I'm not even not saying like getting back into production. I'm getting back into making beats. And what I mean by that is getting back to how I started making beats.
Yeah.
At the crib,
Right.
no expectations.
Right.
I'm just making beats.
Just
And
making
shout out
beats.
to Westside Jim and Cheyenne, because we had a long talk last week that kind of trained my thinking,
Yeah.
right? And so it was just like, you're just trying to get back into the groove of what does it feel like to wake up, work on something, and have no expectations for it.
Yeah.
Because as you all know, when you start getting into this industry,
Yep.
everything you make got to do
It's
something.
the expectation, yeah.
You know, it's like, if I make a beat, bro, somebody got to get this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about who, like, yo, I just made this, like, yo, like Bill would be dope on this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's the way my mind typically will work. And, you know, today I was just working on stuff, and like my kid just like literally came and sat in my lap and trying to press buttons, and it instantly made me think about like, oh, this is what is it? Because that's what I used to do. Like, be around my pops, like he making beats. I'm just looking like, yo, what you doing? This, okay, cool. Even if I wasn't ready for it, it's just like, yo, what you? And so I'm tying that to like, dang, my kid is doing the exact same thing, type thing. And so it's just like, that's the fun part, because like music for me is just, it was like, all right, bro, we just made this, and then you have people like, yo, like, bro, send me a beat, and I'm like, I can sing you all the beats in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not a problem. But fam, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we? What's the intent?
The expectation is always for it. Well, your intent is to always make, or at least I hope is to always just be creative. But the expectation of it is what fucks it up a little bit.
It's that, but also when it comes to, especially nowadays, right? And this is not like people that you have relationships with. That's one thing, but you have, as a producer, you can literally, somebody can hit you up like, yo, send me a beat. I send them the beat, and they will literally record and put out the record, and we ain't did no conversation, no nothing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just instantly like,
Now they got a song out with
yo,
your
I got a
beat.
song,
Yeah.
fam. I just dropped it on Spotify. Like, we ain't had no conversation about it. But that's like, because the producer is almost looked at now like AI.
I don't want to say
Disposable. It looks like AI. Like, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, anybody can make a beat. So
Yeah.
once you send that, we gonna
It's
run
what
it.
it-
Like
yeah.
the contract already done type thing. Like it's ran, it's out,
And it's like, no.
and it don't work like
Yeah.
that. But people, a lot of, especially up and coming art, they don't understand that part of it. They really look at it like I am the end goal. So There's no contracts done.
Yeah.
And they ain't even got to be a contract, but there's no conversation.
Yeah. Like, hey,
It's
I'm gonna
done.
use this for.
Yeah, it's just like literally like, bro, you know, you can send out beats, and I mean the same thing with features. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to just put it on the producer like, but like you can do a feature for an artist and say like, yo, this dope, and then they'll go and do something completely different with the record, and don't even let you.
Ain't that what Kanye did to Jeezy?
have
I
to
wanna,
think about it.
so I wanna say, so two things to piggyback off what you
Yeah.
said. The first thing I'm gonna say is, the issue is they paying for the beat and they not paying for you, right? So it's like for Dr. Dre, for instance, I'm not necessarily paying for a Dr. Dre beat. I'm paying to get in the room with Dr. Dre. You get what I'm saying? Because I want his direction. I want his, you know what I mean, his sauce on it. So I feel like when the beat is the commodity, then it's just like whatever.
Right.
You know, you just search for a J. Cole type beat.
You gotta be, yeah, like the guy
Yeah, like
just
J.
did.
Cole,
Yeah,
right,
for
right.
sure.
Versus actually like, yo, I need to be in a room with Good because I know he gonna push me. He gonna, you know, he gonna tell me how to say the words and you know, like it's different.
Yeah.
But then that's I didn't mean to cut.
No, go ahead. No, you good.
I was
Hold
gonna
on,
say
1 second,
I'm
Shine,
sorry,
before
go
you
ahead.
get in that. Steve, do you need another Red Bull? Because you are tired.
Oh, I'm chilling.
My dog gonna dose off
I caught
3
him.
times.
I caught him, but I was
And
gonna,
I was-
I was gonna let him rock.
I
Somebody
didn't
give my dog
realize.
a Red Bull. Give him another Red Bull.
No, I'm
Yeah, I
chilling.
didn't even realize it.
No, I caught him.
Cause they flexing.
No, I caught that nigga. I'm gonna let him
Cause they
rock.
flexing,
Right.
Bill.
He ain't have no opinion on it. I'm gonna let him rock.
Yeah.
All I did was just scrap my eyes.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Just-
That was the
That was the
time.
first time.
5 minutes ago, you were like, right
I'm
here.
trying to tell you. But I was gonna say, but
Negative.
that kind of, for me, with that whole J. Cole beat thing, that made me think about what you were saying. Like, when you do something, you gotta be in for something. Like, I don't know how many beats the guy did before then.
Right.
Before it just so happened J. Cole was needing some shit and was like, let me go on YouTube and find some shit. So I don't know what his intention was. I just know he did the beat, and then I don't even know how long it was sitting there, but all of a sudden that popped off. So
Right.
again, what I was saying, like the intention of it is just like just create some shit.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then the expectation, if you let go of the expectation, a reoccurring theme that has been hit me the last few months is the detachment of it. Like just do the work. Don't attach yourself to the expectation of what you think is supposed to come to it.
Second thing I was gonna say to that, I think that a cheat code is having a child. You get what I mean? Like when you have a kid, it's almost like a second childhood. You start seeing things from a different lens, a different perspective. So like, you know, as an artist, you getting older, you may not necessarily have the same kind of vibrancy or insight or whatever the case may be. So when you have a kid, what people don't realize is like when you get closer to that kid and when you start really paying attention and evaluating and seeing what they're doing, it starts to inspire you.
Right.
And that's when everything just kind of starts over. And that's what I was thinking about when you was talking about like your kid pressing on the keyboard and like it brings a light back like as an artist. And so, you know, personally, I really feel like people that go on and they focus on not having kids is missing out on like exponential growth. You know, because there's a lot of stuff you don't even realize. You just kind of have to experience it.
Cheyenne?
Shut up, Steve. I got nieces and nephews.
Yeah, okay, respect.
I mean, I'm not knocking it because everybody.
Hey, pro-choice.
Yeah, everybody journey
No,
different. But you know what I'm saying?
It was
Your eye did-
no, he did the slow pan too with it.
like
Like,
this, like
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it
you
was
been,
definitely.
you been talking all that shit. You out here not reaching your potential exponential growth. Fuck you.
Hey, guys, say.
If the Lord see fit for me to parent
Hey,
another
man,
human
do
being,
your
I
thing.
then
done
so be it.
explained that. Be like,
Yeah,
imagine a little you. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
yeah, that shit go. I'll hit it with all that.
yeah. I mean, it's like playing a video game, and then like
Nigga playing The Sims.
you get a new save plus, right? You get
Yeah.
a new chance at, and you get to direct
To
them. And,
recreate
yeah,
different-
exactly.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Hey, a lot come with that too, though. People like. So
Yeah, yeah.
just
Oh,
let's keep it a
God.
buck.
No,
let's
yeah.
keep it a buck.
No,
No,
it's
that's
not.
what I'm
It's,
saying.
yeah,
That's-
That's a lot
It's
of
not easy.
I'm
responsibility.
for sure,
always
for
on.
sure.
I get that. I'm good on the flowers part.
That sound
I'm
real
talking about
good.
the soil and the weeds and the
sound
flowering and the
Yeah.
watering of,
Oh,
of the
yeah.
flowers. What I'm
nah, for
talking
sure.
about.
Nah, yeah.
Nah,
That come with it though.
I think
Oh,
I think it's a beautiful thing. I think being a parent on either side is probably one of the highest callings on earth you could ever be. Like just having the chance to do that. Like you get to
Yeah.
raise another being, but there's a lot that comes with it, and if
Yeah.
you're not prepared for it, you gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
You gonna fuck up.
God.
Like you gonna fuck up. You just you gotta know like this is a whole new level of responsibility that you're
Oh,
taking.
these are
Let me
facts.
ask you a question, though, right? Is it controversial to raise your daughter, your son, to be a good father or a good mother? Because I feel like we at a point in the society where it's like, just saying I'm gonna raise my daughter to be a good mother is almost like blasphemy now.
I don't think it's a matter of a. Are you asking me this directly?
Mhm.
I don't think it's a matter of a good mother or a good father. Because if you're not that, and this is what they deem as good, then they're fucked. I think you should raise them to be good people. If you teach them good morals and good values, they'll be a good person no matter what. Being a wife and a mother, or all those other subtitles, are under being a good, decent human. If you
I'm
could
going
be a
King
good
Richard.
human,
Oh,
then
fuck no.
what'd you say?
Nah, I feel you. I feel you on
King
that.
Richard.
Oh,
I feel you on that, but I feel like it's a lot of good people that are terrible parents.
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Parenting is a very hard.
Can we get an
That's
explanation
a
on that
good
one?
skill.
I-
It's a skill.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You have to know
I mean,
how to.
it's definitely
Because
a
it's
skill.
not because people think parenting is just like, oh, do as I say, not as I do, and it's like
No,
that's
it ain't
not
that.
that's not what parenting
I would tell you,
is.
it's not that. And if you take a time out to listen to your kids,
Right.
they'll let you know that
exactly
It's not
how you should be parented.
that. They'll let you know because a lot of, like Cheyenne said, a lot of times, and I can full transparency, I have to catch myself where it's like my daughter told me, she was like, "Why are you talking to me like that?"
Oh,
Like, and my daughter is feisty. Number
Yeah.
one, like my oldest, she's feisty. We're gonna bump heads, but she's
Right.
also very honest, and like
Yeah.
she's on some like you don't have to talk to me like
Yeah.
that. Like she's on some that I don't want to do it,
Right.
and she's telling me I'm looking at that like, what are you talking? You know,
Wow.
I'm trying to buck back. I'm like, what are you talking about? But I'm thinking about like, yo, a 5-year-old just said like,
That's not.
I don't
like-
want to do it.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And you don't, and you yelling at me is
Right.
not gonna make me want to do it.
Exactly.
It's just gonna make me tell you like, why are you yelling at me? Like it almost made me feel stupid.
You should.
Just
No,
like,
I'm kidding.
no, I'm real talk, dog. Like
No.
a 5-year-old
but
just
yeah.
saying like, why are you yelling at me? I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you got some examples of good people not being good parents. To be hypothetical.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, you could be going to work every day, busting your ass, you know, making a lot of money, making sure certain things are taken care of, thinking that you're doing the right thing, but you're missing time with your son or your
You're not
daughter.
attentive.
Yeah, you know, you're not really paying attention to them.
I don't say to piggyback. That's like people who could be great parents and terrible spouses. Like
That too.
that's also a
No,
layer
for sure.
of being a good
Yeah.
person.
For
Like
sure.
you could be all in all for your kids.
I
and
don't
then
know.
Be a
I-
terrible spouse.
I'm different. I'm weird. I'm just being honest. I don't really believe in like good people and bad people. I don't think there's no such thing. I think it's just all perspective.
Well, yeah. So I say that with the context of like, I don't think this person's bad. It just may not be for you.
Right.
Can you explain?
Yeah, I was about to say like, talk to me.
Well, I mean, good and bad is relative. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, for instance, if I murder your whole family, you might say that's bad. But if I had info that your whole family is about to murder my family, and I just got to you first,
Now you good.
is that
You're
evil
marching.
or is that just smart?
Right. That's why you gotta be careful with documentaries
It's
because
blood.
they always telling it from the perspective of who they want you to. The first
That's
person
true.
that comes on a camera, the first person that comes on camera.
I mean,
is
that's
usually
Yeah,
the one
yeah,
you- yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a-
It's-
that's a
it's-
perspective,
yes,
yeah.
They both evil.
Yeah, y'all both wrong.
Yeah,
Both
yeah,
sides.
both wrong,
sides
but does the good outweigh
Yeah, you
the
just
bad?
caught 'em- you
Does,
caught 'em,
does
you
the
know.
ends justify the means?
Right.
It's like
Is
on
the
some
basic
national treasure.
Geographic, yeah,
It's like National Treasure. Like I don't know if y'all seen that movie.
That's
but
a good movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good, all
He
of them.
Still in the Declaration of Independence
Yeah.
because somebody else was about to steal.
Right,
Right.
right. But like you know, they both did a bad
No,
deed.
that's
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That still was bad.
Yeah.
No, that hey, bro.
I
that's-
think people. I
It's a good
don't.
movie.
To your
Both of
point,
them.
I do. I
movie.
personally
Yeah.
think
Oh, what
it's
was
gonna
the second one? I
be
missed the
good or
second one.
bad.
Yeah.
But
Disney Plus
for
tonight.
you is the real
Okay, he was
determining
talking shit.
factor.
What
Yeah.
you say?
Disney Plus tonight,
Oh, that's
part 2.
Whoa, what's
Part
Yeah,
two
they got
of
a
what?
part 2, and they coming out with a part 3.
Who has a part 2? Oh, the TV show.
No, the movie.
What movie?
that?
That's
No.
your treasure?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Oh, I
got
didn't
it.
know that.
I've been seeing two.
You just said. Yeah, you just said you ain't seen two.
No, you said both of them. And I was,
1 and 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else though.
Oh no, 1 and 2. Boy, hold on now. Good weed, good though.
Goodly. That boy.
Good though, boy. Boy.
My man been on my man been on my wet.
F.
My man been on my ass about these movies, man. I just been trying to educate him, man.
Yeah, They got a TV show too now. The national. It's kind of it's all right though.
What's that clip we seen yesterday? With some nigga say life is the sequel to Harlem Nights.
Oh, I did see that tweet. Yeah. It was like you gotta watch Harlem Nights first, and then life is what happened to him after. All
That
that
make a
shit.
lot of sense.
Nah, but
No,
it's wrong.
1000%.
It ain't. It's not right. But I'm just.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not.
right.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
for the gist of it, yes.
Then his explanation was, you remember when Eddie Murphy was getting beat up and he said, "I know an old bitch named Della did harder than you."
Yeah, but I think that was like a
Like
little,
a-
Like how he did with
Yeah.
the Trading Places at the
Yeah.
concert.
Yeah.
That was I was explaining.
I don't think it was a
a
sequel.
little
though,
Easter
but
egg.
Yeah,
That's
he always do that though.
Disney do it all the time.
He always like reference old movies that he done did or movie, you know what I'm saying? Because Della is her real name.
Right.
Yeah, but I think Trading Places and Coming to America, they had both characters within both of them.
Right. It was just a cross reference to the
Yeah.
movie though, but
Right,
it's
It
not the
wasn't-
sequel.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
oh,
related.
yeah,
Trading
They're
Places.
not
Yeah, yeah.
related to one
That's
another.
that's what I'm
I got
saying
you,
about
I got you.
the life shit. Like that's a cross reference to him get his ass beat by
Right.
whatever
Girl.
fuck her name was in Harlem
I
Nights.
can't remember.
I can't
Della
remember
Reese.
either.
Nah, but her real
You know
name
what
is
I'm
Della
saying?
Reese.
Yeah, for sure.
If they made a Harlem Nights 2, like who would you want to see in it?
And you know, I'm kind of over with these remakes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm,
for real?
Yeah,
Nah, I
yeah.
am.
I didn't like
can't.
I didn't like the last Coming to America.
Nah.
I was arguing with somebody yesterday about the You People shit. I was like, bro, I done seen this movie 3 times.
I ain't
It was a
watching
Guess Who Coming to Dinner.
Yeah, I
a
was just
Guess
about to say
Who.
that.
Oh yeah,
And
she
the
was
You
with Bernie
People.
Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All that shit is the same.
House Party was terrible.
Oh, I ain't wasting
I
my
haven't
time.
watched it yet.
I didn't waste my time.
I knew that wasn't gonna be for me.
Space Jam was
I thought it was
ass.
gonna be good. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I don't like the realistic spin they trying to put on our new card on our new shit. I don't like that. Like, why would you do that?
What? Oh, what you mean?
Like the Space Jam shit. Like,
Oh, I hate it.
I mean, I get the Space Jam though because like, I'm not gonna say if it was a good or bad movie,
You
but
get it
I'm not
because you're a
saying it-
LeBron fan.
no, I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying the realistic spin on it. Like, I like the Monstars. Like, them was my niggas.
Right.
Like, I fuck with
they in
that.
they in the new one.
I know, but they weren't Monstars.
I got a question for we
Yeah, we got to wrap.
Do we have any like quotables from movies like we had in the past?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Me and this old head were arguing about that shit. Not arguing, but we was in agreement that we don't.
I think we do, but it just.
Give me a quotable.
Oh yeah. That
What?
Because I'm saying now everything is short form, right? So.
I mean,
Nah, they made movies for Netflix. And
No, I know they
I
made-
think
No, I give it- I
Snowfall.
give-
Snowfall got quite a few quotables.
Oh, they.
TV
they
show.
Drive, nigga.
Yeah. Built this shit.
Teach a man how to
Brick by
scrabble.
brick. Yeah.
And I be damned if I get you like that. You don't like the way another nigga talk.
Yeah, I think Snowfall got some quotables, yeah.
Yeah.
I go to that's the best one.
Yeah.
I can't think of no more
I
else.
think we
though.
do have quotables.
Teach a
I
man, teach a
do-
man how to
I
squabble.
can't,
That's
no.
from that too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Better
that's
teach
true.
your man how to squabble next
So I
time.
do think we have quotables. I don't think they stick as heavy because
Said everybody though.
No,
That's what
I'm saying
asking.
I don't think they stick as heavy because the way we consume media is
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
fast
I
where
agree
it
with
don't
that.
stick.
In 2 weeks, it's
I
over
agree with
with.
that.
You
Yeah.
forgot about it.
I
Think of
could- I
an
could go
album.
with that.
Think of an album. Like you can't
Fam.
even digest the album.
Your
in a
favorite
day.
album
is
that you can
done.
be riding with for 2 weeks strong.
Like when last time y'all?
It's considered old.
When
Yeah.
last
You
time
can
y'all
look
put
up and
on
be like-
Kendrick Lamar?
know what I'm saying? You can look up and be like, dang,
Man, I listened to that album one time, yo. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was so
No,
disappointed.
that, we ain't gonna.
We can talk about. I want to talk about that.
We ain't got
Front,
time.
We
yo.
got time. We
Yeah.
got 3
time.
minutes.
Word.
Ain't nobody here, man. Look, man. What did you ain't like about that shit, man?
I'm just the music. I mean, the message is great. The music was
You
terrible.
of all people.
Yeah, Bill smoking. He's smoking wet though.
Bro,
shit was
wet.
That shit was not riding, man.
Oh
at
my
all.
god.
That's
You
why
standing
I
on
don't
this
even know
hill?
why
I'm
we
standing
got.
on it.
Oh, this is disgusting.
telling
I'm telling you, Bill is trolling, y'all. I
Somebody
don't
get
understand.
this jigaboo away from me.
He been trolling since the album dropped, bro.
She called the most educated nigga on the set. A jigaboo.
Exactly.
Listen, man. Nah, I'm really trying to feel you. So what's wrong?
It's just the music, really. I feel like he focused more on the message and even the lyrics more so than the actual music.
You know what's crazy? I felt like you would do something like that. So why I'm not really putting this together?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because he is
because
trolling.
when he did it before, he did like To Pimp a Butterfly. To me, I felt like he focused on the funk. You know what I'm saying? He had the message down. Like everything was working together. On this one, it was like, oh, it just wasn't.
You know
him.
what? I know what's
This
gonna
is
happen.
crazy.
I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna take a couple of years, just like how it did for a lot of people with To Pimp a Butterfly. Because when To Pimp a Butterfly came out,
Niggas was not fucking
it was
with
it was polarized.
I
You
was
had a lot of
fucking
people who went rocking with
No,
To Pimp
you
a
was.
Butterfly.
But
I
I'm
was
saying
fucking
niggas
with
was niggas as a general consensus was not fucking with it.
Because he not fucking with them niggas no more.
No, I don't. What is that?
And that doesn't come with
No, this was his last
Yeah,
joint
the
with
Power
TDE
Rangers
though.
shit.
TDE shit. That was it.
No, that last
No,
album is on
this
TDE.
last album is on TDE.
But he was
and he
working
got
with.
producers from TDE on. Yes, he do.
I thought he was working with Baby Keem a lot on this one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm
But
talking
this
about.
was, but like he wasn't.
Changed the formula and it wasn't really.
He
No,
actually
he
did though.
did
It's
not
the
at
same
all.
same
Actually,
producers,
yeah,
dog.
Nah.
Dahi,
Soundwave.
Soundwave, they're all on the album.
That's crazy.
Now, Mixed by Ali didn't mix the album. If you want to go that part and just say like, maybe that, maybe that's what
This is
you're
a
feeling.
very
didn't know that.
on-brand Kendrick
I didn't know
album.
that.
No, he didn't mix the album.
That's crazy.
So so you didn't like the album either? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
your taste is question.
Come
I'm
on
gonna stick with Bill. So Bill,
Yeah, don't open this rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah.
doing good since the New Year
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Word.
He gonna tell me the Beatnuts is the goddamn greatest rap group of all time.
You say the beat nut?
The Beatnuts. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
But that would be my error. I don't understand why you wouldn't fuck with them like that.
I didn't never say I didn't fuck with the Beatnuts. I said
we-
the joke was you said it was the
you-
greatest
right.
of all time. I didn't say I didn't fuck with the Beatnuts.
That's a classic, though. That's a classic.
Word.
That's
you
nasty
got-
as fuck.
You gotta pick up what I'm putting down. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, I just don't really understand that one, Bill.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
it's,
not. Yeah.
What's up? Since we made time. Yeah, nah, I'm fucking with you. What's your favorite Kendrick album?
To Pimp a Butterfly.
For sure.
Favorite album from this year, Jid.
Jid.
I can rock with that.
Jid was a good album,
good
actually. Well, hold on. Not the Joey?
Nah,
You didn't fuck with the Joey?
it was cool.
Cool.
It's not better than Jid though.
Yeah, Jid had a good album. He had a good album.
Yeah, definitely had a good album.
Oh, no, dog.
We'll have to continue this offline.
Right,
For
right,
sure.
right.
Offline conversation. But bro, where I was, last week we was talking about I-20, and so I kind of went down the rabbit hole.
The Beatnuts.
No,
This
that's a
nigga
good one.
stupid.
But I was going down the rabbit hole of like I-20, listening to joints, and then a song came on from this artist, and it made me think like, bro, where Houston at? He had the record. I like that. It had like I-20. Yeah, I think he got
He poked his eye with a knife.
with a knife. Yeah. But yeah, this. No, that don't. No, I'm sure he.
He probably just got the eye patch on, bro.
Got that Fetty Wap shit going.
Nah, the Illuminati got to his head.
All seeing eye. He seeing all things.
Nah, he was crying for help. Yeah.
I'm picking up what you putting down.
Yeah, he was crying for help. He was trying to get up out of there.
Yeah. He was like,
It's a couple people from that
That
era
what he say?
started going crazy.
You saw that?
Nah.
my nigga be speaking with conviction. It be dead, bro.
I think I did hear him say something like around the way about like it's a lot of evil shit they be going around.
Yeah.
The niggas just ain't wick. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
I got
right.
people who, you know what I'm saying, especially during that kind of time period, like the same thing, like we're too young to be. Some things you just ain't supposed to see
Ain't
all the
supposed to see.
time. And, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Too much early exposure.
yeah, I'm 15 or 16, but these niggas coked up, like
Yeah.
trying to get me to do coke, and you know what I mean. And just the you said shit grueling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, word.
Getting you used to that
Yeah,
bullshit.
try to make you do shit that you don't want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get nigga wear the dress. All right. My word of the week is tesselate.
Can you spell it, please?
Tess. I'm not just playing. TESSELLATE, meaning to decorate or cover a surface with a pattern of repeated shapes, especially polygons that fit together closely without gaps or overlapping.
That's a word.
That's a word.
You got a book we should be reading, babe?
Counter Revolution of 1776.
God
Yeah, well,
damn, my nigga
Off the
came
top.
with the clip.
Yeah.
What is it? Hey, text it to me. Text it to me,
Yeah,
bro.
facts.
'cause
By Gerald Horn, Counter Revolution of 1776. It's a great book.
My shout out of the week, damn, I just feel like my shout out so small now, so minuscule. My shout out of the week goes to a black owned coffee company called Black Coffee. If y'all in the Atlanta area, make sure it's actually two of them. They're not owned by the same people, but for the sake of redundancy, I'm gonna say there's one on Walker Street and there's one on the south side. So if y'all are in either one of these areas, make sure y'all check them out. Black owned coffee. I'll tag them both in the show shit. Yeah, make sure you go check out some black owned coffee, man. Black niggas love coffee too. It ain't just for
I'm
white.
gonna ask you this earlier.
Word.
You said coffee is from Africa, right? What about tea?
Tea?
Yeah.
I mean, depends on what you define as tea. Because
All right,
Just
we'll
stewed
do.
leaves.
We'll do that without camera too.
Yeah.
Off camera. Off camera.
Cause
About to
I-
get deep.
Right.
Cause what I'm about to say, I always I never knew that, but I always pictured. I identified coffee with Europe,
yeah.
tea and crumpets.
Ethiopia,
and shit.
though. Ethiopia is a hot spot for coffee.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah, that's where
Coffee,
it come from.
the fruit. You know.
Yep.
right.
Yeah, you and Div would be good on that subject.
We did a joint on that, actually. He
Y'all are
actually,
annoying.
I actually filmed him. He sat down and broke that shit down.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you a link.
Please do. So
I
yeah,
got you.
without
So
further,
YouTube.
that was a.
Nah, it's on Tone on my streaming platform.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Hold on.
See how you
No,
dropped that?
see,
Say,
no, we
say
not
that
doing
again.
this.
Your streaming platform.
No, wait, hold
Alright.
on. Before, go ahead and shout out all your
Yeah.
socials.
Shout
and
out
all
Oh
that.
yeah, absolutely. Shout out the Love Collective. Shout out the Jamaican Consulate. Shout out Tone.vision, our streaming platform. Yeah, shout out everybody, man. Paid in
People
America.
find you? How can
Paid in
people
America.
find you?
Oh, you can find me on IG. I create art.atl.
My
Okay,
nigga.
Simple and
ATL.
plain. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So without further ado, for H get tight in the pants.
For me, I got one more. Shout out to my man, only one Carlisle in the back. He just dropped today. Teach a man how to fish. Just came out. Video out now.
Hey,
Yes,
let's
sir.
As
go.
well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Real.
That's available on all streaming platforms.
Yeah,
There we
yes,
go.
it's available on our streaming
Yes,
platforms.
It's available on all streaming platforms.
Right.
Okay.
Pandora
but
and
when it's on
everything.
Pandora, that means it's everywhere,
Oh,
boy. It take a
facts.
little while to get to
I'm
Pandora.
trying to tell you,
Yeah,
that boy
he'll
been
fish.
plotting. That boy gonna teach you how to fish. But yeah, without further ado, thank you, Ben, for coming through.
Absolutely, man.
Shout out to
Anytime.
y'all for tuning in to another more cultured episode of the No Buffer Podcast, the Culture Ratchet Podcast. We say what we want when we want, no buffer, just facts. Last name good, myself, Cheyenne XO, Lingo Steve, producer H, Big Joe, in the building, Live Hip Hop Daily.
Hey, speaking of Pandora,
Nigga, can you let me finish my shit?
Get them.
Avatar was amazing. But go
I'm
ahead.
gonna fight. Oh my mama. .tv every Monday we here. If y'all trying to pull up on the pod, bring your own bottle, bring your own bud, and shit. Come and vibe out with us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you, Ben, for coming through.
Absolutely.
We will see y'all black asses next week. We are out.
Word.